This is a presentation on context clues for the nonfiction unit in English 10-1. Context clues. At times as you read, you will come across words that you are unfamiliar with, and it makes it difficult for you to understand the sentence or the idea being presented within the sentence. This is when you might employ the reading skill of context clues to help you understand the unknown word. By using the text around the unknown word, you might be able to figure out the unknown word. This can be done by noting within the surrounding context if A, number 1, a synonym is present for the unknown word, or 2, an antonym is present for the unknown word, or 3, an example might be present for the unknown word, or lastly, number 4, if just the general understanding of a surrounding sentence will help unlock the meaning of the unknown word. So number 1, the synonyms. Clues that synonyms or defining phrases are present within a sentence are often signaled in the following ways. Number 1, it might be a listing of words shown by the use of the comma, and it might suggest similar meanings are present. So she is beautiful, attractive, and stunning. If you didn't know the word attractive or stunning, you could go back to beautiful and get general idea of what the word means. Another example is the use of that is, suggesting a defining phrase is included to assist you in understanding the word. So she is very boisterous, that is, she is loud. That is tells me that loud is another word for boisterous. The use of the colon may help show you that there's a defining phrase available to help understand the meaning. If it goes, she's ecstatic, and then a colon, happy beyond belief. Happy beyond belief is a phrase that explains ecstatic. Indeed, the use of addition words, moreover, and also, can also point out words similar in meaning. It doesn't have to be, but it can. She is ecstatic. Moreover, she is thrilled. So here, thrilled is the same as ecstatic. Another way to look at context clues is to look for antonyms. Context clues that will provide the opposite meaning to the unknown word are signaled by the use of contrast words like but, however, on the other hand, on the contrary, still. She's quiet most of the time, however, she's very boisterous. However, saying that there's a contrast. On one side, we'll see boisterous, meaning the opposite of quiet. And so to understand boisterous, we give the opposite of quiet, which is loud. Examples is a third way. Context clues that suggest examples are present and that you must look at the whole sentence or paragraph to understand the unknown word are seen when illustration words like such as, for example, and illustration are used. So here the example is research shows that almost any intolerable situation, such as foul odor, research shows that almost any intolerable situation, such as foul odors and a high room temperature, can provoke aggression. So intolerable is exemplified by foul odors and a high room temperature. Those are examples of what can make a place uncomfortable or unbearable. Thus, another word for intolerable would be unbearable. The fourth way was general sense. Sometimes there are no synonyms, antonyms, or examples within the context surrounding the unknown word. Then the only option available to use is to see if the context will provide some hints at what the word might mean. This might mean reading a whole paragraph before understanding the unknown word. This is known as using the general sense to determine an unknown word. So here's an example. Communications underwent an even more dramatic acceleration. The completion of the first successful transatlantic cable in 1866 meant news that had previously taken a week or more to travel between Europe and the Americas could now be sent nearly instantaneously. So what is the meaning of acceleration? Note the speed change from the initial one was 1 week delivery to almost instantaneous delivery. Thus, acceleration must mean to quicken or hasten the speed. So look at the following paragraph on the next slide. There are two bolded words that might not be known, which might make it difficult to fully understand what's being said. Then let's look at how we might use context clues to get an understanding of what the word might mean. So here's the paragraph. As we grapple with economic crisis and easy credit, government overspending, and a generation of parents whose expenditures threatens to saddle their children with crippling debts, concerns about about prolificacy and indebtedness have grown. The Citizens Advice Bureau lists debt as a major issue facing young people under 25, most of which relates to personal loans, overuse of store cards, and bank overdrafts. So the two words here, grapple and prolificacy, are two of the words that we want to understand. Let's take a look at the first unknown word. In the first sentence, what method can be used to decipher the meaning of the word grapple? If it's just the general sense, how can we come to an understanding of it? How would one handle an economic crisis, government overspending, we might ask ourselves. And that's with great difficulty. When we ask, well, how do I define grapple then? Thinking of the word difficulty, come up with the word struggle. The second unknown word is surrounded by the context. Concerns about prolificacy and indebtedness have grown. The Citizens Advice Bureau lists debt as a major issue facing young people under 25, most of which relates to personal loans, overuse of store credits, and bank overdrafts. Let's take a look at this one. What method can be used to decipher the meaning of the word prolificacy? The example comes from indebtedness, personal loans, overuse of store credit, and we come up with the idea that it's overspending, extravagant. This skill to unlock meaning of unknown words is invaluable in reading and test taking, but it will only improve if you take the time to practice the skill as you read. Don't go to your phone or dictionary immediately when you see an unknown word. Instead, look for the context clues and see if you can unlock the meaning on your own before looking the word up.